Last week, Robert Mueller referred to the FBI what he said was a possible scam to falsely accuse him of sexual misconduct. However, we are now learning this may actually be a hoax on Mueller and on the press. It all started when several journalists received an email from a woman claiming that someone offered her money to falsely accuse Robert Mueller. However, news organizations couldn't verify any of her details, and now they believe that this was an attempt to smear the press by getting them to report on total nonsense and to get Robert Mueller to refer something to the FBI, which was completely fake. This story is absolutely ridiculous, and it is so goddamn weird, but let's dig into it and figure out, is there actually an allegation against Robert Mueller? Is this fake news? Is this a hoax? What's actually going on? But before we get started, let me give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, SafeBolt. SafeBolt is a secure email and cloud data service. They encrypt your information to protect you from prying eyes of Big Brother or anybody who just wants to steal your information. For my work emails, I'm actually going to be encrypting them with SafeBolt from now on, and I will have that email address up on my Twitter account and in the description of this video. Right now, you can get a 50% off deal by using the coupon code Tim.Pool 20% off or going to emailwithtim.com. So for those that are interested, the link will be in the description below, and I look forward to hearing your messages. From NBC News, Mueller refers sex misconduct scheme targeting him to FBI for investigation. We immediately referred the matter to the FBI for investigation, said Peter Carr, a spokesperson for the special counsel. Multiple reporters were contacted over the past few weeks by a woman who said she had been offered money to say she had been harassed by Mueller, the special counsel who is probing possible collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. After investigating, according to the political website Hill Reporter, the reporters each independently determined the allegations of misconduct and harassment were likely a hoax, and that it was unclear if the woman had been offered money to make the claim. The reporters then contacted the special counsel's office to report that they had been approached about the scheme. While investigating the possibility of a hoax, the Hill's reporter's Ed Krasenstein, who was one of the reporters contacted, said he received threats, including a text message reading, "You're in over your head, drop this," which included his and another editor's home address. About the same time, reporters began to be contacted about the misconduct allegations. Jack Berkman, a Republican lobbyist and radio host, began promoting via his Facebook page that he is investigating sexual misconduct and alcohol-related allegations against Mueller. On Tuesday morning, he tweeted that he would hold a press conference 2 days later to reveal the first of special counsel Robert Mueller's sex assault victims. Krasenstein told NBC News he reached out to the special counsel's office on Tuesday, telling them what he knew about the scheme. He also gave NBC News the phone numbers used by the woman alleging she was offered money to make the allegations, which were both disconnected. The woman allegedly worked at the law firm Pillsbury Madison and Sutro at the same time as Mueller in 1974. Reporters say she said she was supposed to claim the misconduct took place during that period. NBC News gave the woman's name to a spokesperson for the law firm. In a statement, the spokesperson said, "We have no record of this individual working for our firm." Krasenstein and other journalists also pointed to Jacob Wall, a disgraced hedge fund manager turned pro-Trump conspiracy theorist, and Surefire Intelligence, a company connected to him, as being involved with Berkman's alleged plot. The story is absurdly confusing because it seems like many people are bouncing back and forth between whether they were hoaxing the media or whether they were actually trying to falsely accuse Robert Mueller with a hoax, with fake sexual assault accusations. It is ridiculously confusing, but NPR says this appears to be a hoax on the media. From NPR, an apparent scheme to discredit Mueller may have backfired. He referred it to the FBI. They updated their story and it says, "The Office of Justice Department Special Counsel Robert Mueller has notified the FBI about an alleged scheme to discredit Mueller that apparently backfired on Tuesday," a spokesman confirmed. News organizations, including NPR, have received information about claims related to the alleged scheme. Reporters have so far not been able to verify them. When the special counsel's office became aware of them last week, it alerted the FBI, said spokesman Peter Carr. The FBI declined to comment. But NPR continues. They say at least 2 conservative media personalities appeared linked to an apparent hoax that may have been designed to ensnare Washington reporters, if not also cause political damage to Mueller. In referencing the woman, they say they attempted several times to make contact with the person to substantiate her story and received 2 follow-up messages from the Gmail account. NPR had not reported the account before the statement from Mueller's office about the referral to the FBI. NPR adds, conservative media personality and lobbyist Jack Berkman, who was referenced in the unsolicited email from the alleged Florida woman, said on Twitter that he planned to convene the news conference to announce sexual misconduct allegations against Mueller. He later posted an update that said the allegations about payment to a woman were false. He said, The allegations of paying a woman are false. The left is trying to defend Mueller against sex assault allegations, so they attack me in desperation. The establishment media knows that Mueller may go down over this. They want to deflect attention. This was yesterday at 4:46 p.m. My head hurts. This story is ridiculously confusing. Because when you look at statements from Berkman, he's focusing on the false allegations that he was trying to pay a woman to make up false allegations. But they also point out in the NPR story, this may have been a hoax designed to trick and discredit reporters and to discredit Mueller, not with false allegations, but showing that they'll report this kind of utter nonsense. I think that's what they're trying to imply. And it may have caught some journalists because the Gateway Pundit ran this story, breaking report, saying they had exclusive documents about the allegations against Robert Mueller. In the article, they show documents, a detailed account of the accusation against Mueller. However, some people have called out certain discrepancies. It mentions that they were at a Manhattan, New York hotel on or about August 2nd. However, according to other reports, Robert Mueller was in Washington, D.C. on August 2nd, 2010, testifying. That doesn't necessarily mean this can't be true, because it's not hard to get from New York to D.C., but some people are questioning it. However, the Gateway Pundit took the documents down yesterday, saying, earlier today we were given information on accusations against former FBI Director Robert Mueller. We took the documents down, and we are currently investigating these accusations. There are also very serious allegations against Jacob Wall. We are also looking into this. There is still a press conference scheduled for Thursday at noon in Washington, D.C. We plan on attending this press conference and will report an update at that time. It was last week that Robert Mueller referred this matter to the FBI. But now we have NBC News, NPR, and some other outlets unable to verify the claims of the woman when she said someone offered her money. It seems like we've got a hoax within a hoax. Perhaps the goal was to present what may be a hoax to journalists, so they would dig in and then claim they uncovered a hoax because they got an unsolicited email, and then it turns out the hoax was actually on them and the whole thing was a scam. Honestly, I have no idea. This is so weird, but it's all over the place. It's on the front page of Reddit, it's on NBC and NPR. There's something weird going on, and someone is doing something. The whole thing stinks. Do I think Robert Mueller sexually assaulted a woman? No, I really don't think that's true, but if tomorrow in this press conference, Jack Berkman brings forward a woman with a signed and sworn affidavit, then who am I to say? Simply because someone received an unsolicited email that they couldn't verify wouldn't discredit this person. However, at the same time, we have no idea what's going to happen. Jack Berkman is sticking with his story, saying he's going to have this press conference to show the first woman making accusations against Mueller. But NPR is saying maybe this is a hoax against journalists. Berkman tweeted, "The woman to whom we allegedly offered payment, Lorraine Parsons, does not exist. The allegations are an outright joke. This entire backstory is a hoax designed to distract the nation from my press conference on Thursday, which is where all eyes need to be." Natasha Bertrand wrote in The Atlantic, "Mueller wants the FBI to look at a scheme to discredit him. The special counsel says a woman was offered money to fabricate sexual harassment claims." The story says that Parsons was not willing to speak to the reporters by phone, according to Scott Stedman, one of the reporters who received the letter. So portions of her story have gone uncorroborated, and her identity has not been independently confirmed. However, they say she's not the only woman who's come forward. Jennifer Taub, a professor at Vermont Law School, received an email from a man using a Surefire Intelligence email address around the same time. "It's my understanding that you may have had some past encounters with Robert Mueller," he told Taub. "According to the email she forwarded to me on Tuesday afternoon, I would like to discuss those encounters with you." Taub told me she has never had any encounters with Mueller, though she does appear on CNN at times as an expert commentator on the Mueller probe. This is why the story is so strange to me. Jennifer Taub appears to be a real person. She's claiming that someone offered her money for dirt on Mueller. But the email that is uncorroborated that was sent to these journalists is apparently a hoax. The phone numbers didn't work. The woman didn't work at the company she claimed she worked for. Why would these hoaxsters send this email to various news outlets saying someone's trying to pay them if they're actually trying to smear Robert Mueller? Why would they contact Jennifer Taub if they're trying to smear the media? Why would the Gateway Pundit publish the documents and then take them down? The whole thing is just downright weird. And I gotta say, I honestly have no idea what's going on. Suffice it to say, something here stinks. And come tomorrow, someone is going to be made to look a fool. Perhaps it will be me. Perhaps the whole thing was, I bet I can get the media to talk about complete and total nonsense, and hey, I'm a part of that too, and maybe I'm talking about complete and total nonsense. If I were to guess, I'd say, I really don't think Robert Mueller, committed any acts against women. But hey, who am I to say? Maybe there will be a woman tomorrow. Maybe the media is the one who jumped the gun. One thing that struck me as odd is the fact that NBC News reported on this in the first place when there's no corroborating evidence. The woman who sent the email can't be corroborated. We don't even know who she is. They've never talked to her on the phone. The phone number didn't work. She didn't actually work for the company they claim she did. Why are they reporting that? We know that NBC News withheld information about the Kavanaugh hearings because they said it had little news value. One of the witnesses that Michael Avenatti brought forward actually recanted her statement from her sworn affidavit to NBC News, and they did not report it for nearly a month. Why? Why would they report this now? This is just a weird story that I've been reading through nonstop since yesterday, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And it seems like some kind of hoax is happening, but honestly, where it's going to go, I have no idea. Maybe tomorrow at this press conference, Jack Burkman is going to surprise the hell out of all of us, and something totally unexpected is going to happen. But let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think's happening? Hoax on the media? Hoax to smear Robert Mueller? Maybe the hoax was to get Mueller to refer the issue to the FBI so that Burkman could claim that he's abusing the powers of the FBI. I don't know. I have no idea. But what I can say is everything's really fishy. So again, let me know what you think, and maybe we can work this one out. But at either rate, the press conference is scheduled for tomorrow, so maybe then we'll understand what really happened. You can follow me on Twitter at Timcast. Stay tuned to new videos on my second channel, youtube.com/TimCastNews. You can find new videos every day on this channel at 4 p.m. Again, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you all next time.